Hi, Internet friend. This is episode 2 of my Moonbreaker run to get my first boss run win. In episode 1, we took on Dimmy and Snool and got beat up due to their immobilize passive. That said, we learned a lot. So this is Moon 2 of my first run. You're going to see an interesting performance in this one. Basically, I'm already on tilt when the episode starts. So you'll watch a lot of this episode with me thinking, oh, I'd rather just get out of this and start over and then try to win. But watch closely. Something along the way throws a wrench in that plan. I think you'll be surprised to see how it goes down. I loved the reaction to episode 1, so I decided it would be worth adding some light commentary throughout the episode. Let me know which you would prefer, commentary in the episode or only the commentary pre and post game. And a quick reminder to watch the section after the gameplay, where I'll do some in-depth analysis of my performance, along with the bummer of the match and the MVP. And so, without further ado, let's get right into the action. Alright, welcome to Moon 2. And we'll be taking on the more interesting, more melee-focused Hurley. Now here at the beginning you'll notice a mistake I make, which is that I fill up my squad with 10 units to start. I didn't know that you can only have 10 units, so I went ahead and got as many as I could. And so when the opportunity to get new field units happens and I try to pick them up, we'll see when I make a mistake of trying to field summon new units. So we'll be watching Hurley manage to throw a lot of rocks at us. And here's where I notice I'm still immobilized from the last match. So Dimmy and Snool from Moon 1, the immobilized from hitting my captain holds on to him for 2 more turns. So that's a real painful part of the beginning of this match. Still not sure the right summon order, but Antios proves to be a pretty powerful melee fighter, so we'll be using that pretty significantly throughout the match. Still immobilized.
Opponent's turn.
So this guy Vix does some really interesting stuff. Or is that Ovix? It's an O, isn't it? Good to know.
Your turn.
This plant dude has this really cool move where it can remove a teammate from the battlefield and completely restore all of its health. And that comes into play later in this matchup. But I'd really love to have one of those because it'd be really helpful to be able to remove a teammate that's down to like 1 health and then completely revive them and then bring them back, which happens in this round and could have been fatal for me, but it turned out okay. But
Opponent's turn.
yeah, it's Ovix. So Ovix is going to cause trouble pretty quickly. My idea here was to get my buddy the Gauntlet to go circle around to the back to attack Hurley from behind.
I die? No more happy hours.
Arya proves difficult right off the bat. She has this ability to increase her accuracy, stillness, and that really allows her to hit me quite a lot. So my first instinct here was, oh, let's go get that extra teammate on the field, but it doesn't really do any good because I already have a full team. So In the future, I'm going to keep that in mind. I'm probably going to keep a slot open so that I can field summon. That would really stack the team in the right order if I could get a second summon out on this turn because of being able to field summon. So I'm going to keep that in mind in the future. Atonia, I really wish I could have hit 2 with this throw, but at least he got 2 damage in on Arya on that play. Now it's time to go get that health that we've been chasing. Now, we're already under the gun because our captain's health is so low that, well, you know, we're probably not going to make it all the way through this fight. So at this point, I'm already thinking to myself, maybe this is just a chance to learn some stuff about my units. Maybe figure out, you know, some good combos or something, and we'll just get ready for run number 2. But as the match goes on, you'll see things start to balance out a little bit differently, and it turns out maybe I'm going to have a chance after all.
I am in control.
Still, it put very little damage on the board for it being the end of the 3rd round already, so
Opponent's
4th round.
turn.
Now we're getting flanked by Ovix here.
Over there? Here?
They've made the
Here.
mistake of coming in close. That could prove valuable.
Won't underestimate me.
Okay, still thinking about trying to flank around the back of Hurley there.
Your health is low. Your turn.
Arya with another cheap shot on Captain Exulter. Alright. Teniza coming around the back. Good, like a dragon dude.
They punch.
Antios decides not to flank anymore because we think we can take out this guy. Now, like, I had no idea how valuable this is. I just thought I was going to try to get some damage in and take out one of the units, but that plant unit thing is a real troublemaker if it's left on the field for too long. And so it's good that I turned and took on that attack. Here I'm able to get some real good damage in on Arya. Almost take her out in one turn. Now, the captain will be able to run over there and take them out. Now, the mistake I made here is trying to use Sword of Justice too close to my own teammates. I need to get just as much damage on my own teammates as on bad guys, and I still didn't manage to take out Ovix. Man, I mean, like, I really have not figured out how to use Sword of Justice effectively. I think having rewatched this, I really learned how not to play. This is one of the best plays I made, which was getting Atonia out of there and giving her 3 health, and that gave us the chance to survive
Opponent's turn.
a little while longer. Bring her back with a little more health in the future when she can really make a difference. Now, here's interesting that Hurley backs itself up in the corner. Oh, there's the moment when it sucked in Novix, put it at full health, reinforced it, and they're going to replant Ovix over here with full health.
Your turn.
And that is really devastating. What a waste of damage we had against it. But at least now, Antios is going to be able to use inner energy to take out this plant dude, which is a big hit. Real powerful attack. And Teniza is going to be able to come up behind and box Hurley in this spot so we can ranged attack from distance. Although in this case, Fury is not in the right spot, so that's kind of annoying. So she's going to have to come all the way around to take this on.
Actions cannot be undone.
But, and then again, here's the mistake I made, is that I could have potentially summoned, well, the rock was in the way, so I guess I couldn't field summon in this turn, but Okay, here's where things get really dumb. Watch this. So this is a new unit that I haven't used before called Captivator Zyania. And what it does is it can capture an opponent and hit it for 2 after every turn. At the end of every turn, that unit will be hit for 2, but it captures everything in a line that it's trying to reach to. So I should have reached to the left and grabbed these 2 right there. Instead, I thought it would be interesting to see how it captured my own teammate. I have no idea why, but then I hit my teammate for 2 every single turn because of it. And I'm like, what am I doing? So just like straight up turn around, hit my own teammate for 2 with no value. Like, it's just truly a dumb move. So here's Ovix pushed everybody back a little bit and pushed Jailbreak all the way to the back of the room over there. And then I proceed to basically forget about Jailbreak for a while because he's so far off screen. Again, lots of mistakes happening. And I'm telling you, at this point in the matchup, I'm basically just doing random stuff just to try stuff out / get out of this moon and like sort of forfeit. Because I'm like, alright, screw it. We're not going to win this one. Find our way another time.
A soothing sea.
So Furia moves over here. Now we have a 7 ranged attack right now, which is huge. Can get rid of this guy, and it misses with a 62%. Can you believe that? 62% should have been enough to get that hit. What a mess. Chuck and Co. brought up here. I still don't know what I'm doing, so I try out toss it. What a dumb move. Why am I doing that? This really should not be a situation where I win. And then, of course, it manages to kill my guy, but because I was standing next to the field summon happens in that moment. So I killed off my own guy to field summon a different character. This character, I can't even pronounce its name, is not terrifically valuable. What it does is it gives you extra movement if you're inside of the glowing circle there. I don't find that to be terribly valuable. Okay, here, again, a dumb move. I managed to hit my own captain with my Captivator. The character is really kind of cool, but I just had no idea what I was doing and managed to get myself nearly killed. So this is a demonstration of difference between myself and other streamers, and that when I share my gameplay, this is real gameplay. I don't know what I'm doing and I make big mistakes, and you get to watch me flail and make mistakes and learn. So at least here, man, Furia misses again from short range, 55%. Hits own teammate for 1. It does manage to hit Hurley for 2, so that's a good start. But here, a massive hit from Hurley, takes out one of my dudes. This time, we gotta move the captain out of the way. These guys gotta come down and participate in the matchup. I don't know why you're moving over there. Come down closer to the fight. Jailbreak, get some health. That's a good move. And we'll field summon this character with the captain, which will be maybe the best move the captain makes the entire time. I'm very excited to have this character on my team. The Ursix has a halo around it where you gain 4 health if you end the turn inside of the halo, and that comes in extreme handy. The change in the gameplay just happened in that move. Here's a Cinder Infusion that made no difference to the game. The 2-point hit against the captain continues, and that's going to continue as long as the captain can't kill my Captivator, so that's good. Captivator, and then because it can't move, the captain hit itself with that hurl, but still managed to take out my buddy with it. Florio instantly comes on and bombards, so we're really putting a lot of damage on Hurley now, and that's good. Should have been earlier, but good start. And then what a waste. I didn't know it, but skipping turns like that was allowing me to gain health for Chuck and Co. and for my captain. So when I scroll back up here, you can see Chuck and Go's at full health already. Captain's already 2/3 of the way to full health just by having 2 turns inside of the halo for that Ursix plant guy. So that character up there, that healing thing is super important because the units don't naturally regain health, and they don't regain health between moons either, so like leaving this moon with the most health we can is the best idea. And you gotta note that the opposing captain has no more summons that it can make. So it's down to just the captain now. It's just Hurley out there. So, like, I really should, as Exilter, just keep staying inside the circle and keep gaining health back so that I can go into the next match with a whole bunch of health. Here we're going to get Florio out of there. Being close to Hurley is only helpful if you have a shield. But we'll get Detonia back in and have her gain some health by being inside the circle. See, now I've noticed that being inside that circle proves to be really helpful, so. Skill of Hope, protect myself against a hurl from Hurley. 4 health. And that's the first thing it does, is throws a shield. Only hits me for 2. And she comes up close. I think that's a big mistake. So we're gonna move Chuck and Co in that direction so that there's space for my captain to get back inside the circle around the outside. Probably should have meleeed first and then moved, but I don't know if that's allowed. But being inside that circle is going to gain 4 health for my captain. Teniza is not close enough, but this lob explosive will work. Get a couple more damage in. Hurley's down to 8. Maximus's health is down a little bit, so it's better to summon him inside the circle so that he can gain some health at the end of the turn. And should have been smarter about where we placed that. I think this rock is basically irrelevant because as soon as the turn starts for Hurley, that rock will be gone. So, but we got the health back. Now, what Hurley's gonna do is move away and chuck a rock at as many people as possible. That's a lot of damage. And the hardcover there looks like it's gonna be valuable, but Jailbreak is able to jump over, get some melee damage in. But because the captain didn't melee on its turn, it has a retaliate. So I didn't know about the retaliate aspect of the game and made dumb mistakes like that.
Actions cannot be undone.
Moving inside the circle a little bit more.
Would a grenade help?
And Titonia's at full health, so we can lob an explosive.
Order up! Opulent and buttery.
Teniza gonna come up a little closer. Maximus come a little closer, try to shoot from range, but it won't make any difference because there's a rock in the way, so. But he gets to move again. Helpful, but good to keep distance because Hurley will throw rocks. And look at all that health my captain has regained. It'll be really valuable going into the next round. Tough break there. Wow. Hurley just cleared the battlefield, moved into the corner, put a rock down to block. But with only 3 health left, my 2 ranged attackers here are going to come in handy. Almost tempted to move away and gain more health for 1 more turn, but we lost a lot of units, down to 6. But we do have that healing unit now, so I think we've got a good turn towards Moon 3. Okay. Let's get some post-game analysis in on Moon 2 here. So we'll start with the damage graph. Look at how much damage Hurley threw at us. That rock hurl attack was really devastating, but I think the biggest thing was not knowing to stay out of bunching up and really kind of just landing in spots where Hurley was going to throw rocks at us, multiple of us at once, and really caused a lot of trouble. Extillier's like damage is a little bit misleading because I think some of that is on his own teammates. That definitely Captivator Xyanya's damage is completely misleading, and that gets shown because I went through and built a new formula for a new way to think about how successful the characters were. I called it a move score. I called it a move score, and that's to take into account the fact that like hitting my own teammate is really not good damage, so we'll be subtracting that out from the players going forward. So I really liked Antios's success here, and yeah, Arya looked like it was going to be a lot of trouble, but we ended up taking care of her real early. Looking at skill successes, here's my new favorite character, Ursix, Nectarvine. Totally awesome character, very helpful. Love all that healing. I love healing in a permadeath situation, so really good to have that unit on board. So then I created this custom formula for what I'm calling an action score. Although in one place I'm calling it a move score. Maybe I can get some help on deciding whether it should be called an action score or move score. Either way, I have the average action score here and the total action score here. And you can see that Hurley had the most turns, so obviously had a really high action score, over 100. 101.5 is really high. But you can see the Ursix Nectarvine successfully scoring a lot of points by getting a lot of healing in. Titonia getting some great lobs in as well. And here on the average, you can see how bad the Captivator Xyania was. Now, the thing is, I think I can do better with that character, but I definitely screwed it up badly, as you saw. So, definitely the bummer of the match goes to the Captivator this time. It's my fault, but the Captivator gets the bummer of the match. And I'm going to give the MVP of the match to Ursix. I think it's pretty obvious. The amount of value that we got out of the healing, even though I was doing so accidentally a lot of times, was really incredible. The only thing I'm going to add is that I really like what Florio brings from a bombard perspective. I tend to have plenty enough mana to be able to throw the 3 mana bombard. So that's going to be a really successful move in the future if I can use it often. And so with that, I'll leave it there. So our MVP this round, Ursix, our bummer of the match, Captivator, and next will be Moon 3. See you there.